This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live tonight, fans, with the Legends Truth. As you know, we do Legends Truth every, second and fourth Friday of the month, and it is time for another episode of Legends Truth. If you were with us here 2 weeks ago, you got to learn all about those AAOKs, man. Actually, AAOK, because it is the main AAOK, and it was the awesome Alpha Omega kindness, man. It was an awesome freaking video. And if you want to see or hear about what the greatest AAOK you can ever receive, and it is free, check videos and videos ago, youtube.com/rdowdy95. Scroll down the page, find the playlist, listen to the Legends Truth, because tonight we got more truth for you here on the Great Legend Show at youtube.com/rdowdy95. But first, what kind of host would I be if we didn't check the chat? So let's see where it's at. The chat is really hopping. It's so hopping, I got to go on the rewind and check it off the YouTube page here tonight. I want to just give a big shout out to Popcom. He is the first in the chat, and he says, Robbie, giving me some fist bumps with the emojis, man. I need to work and brush up on my emoji skills, man. I'm old school. I don't know the lingo of the emoji style, but I'll get there. I think I could draw a smiley face or whatnot. We got Ray D up in the house. And what is up, Ray D? He says, yo, I was just catching up on some of the other Legends live streams and got a notification for this one, and he says LOL. And that's right, man. Whenever the Legend is live, if you're ever watching any video on the down low or on the rewind or in the history books of the Legend saga, you can check out in that bottom left corner. It's going to come across. I guess it'll come from this way, and it'll say, watch live now. We got a big shout out to Alfred83 Comics, man. Alfred83 said he is here to take notes. And man, you know what? I've got some notes. Actually, I'm like Reaper Tate 728. I've got some notes here because I want to stay on track. I don't want to ramble too long, because looking at all this notes, looking at all the history, looking at all the origin of the being successful, like my being successful on YouTube, looking at that origin, it could turn into one of them 3-hour tours, man. I'm talking Gilligan and the Skipper, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got Alfred, though. And Alfred, you've been a really awesome dude, hanging out with you on Xbox Live these past 2 or 3 nights, playing that Call of Duty World War II. Has been a lot of fun. Big shout out to Wayne and Jess from Comicaholics channel. Man, I'm so glad, like, Alex told me about these two. You know, they're pretty freaking awesome. I was actually just watching a video. Let me get on my screen here. I was watching a video of them tonight. And I was just kind of scrolling through their videos, and the one that stuck out, I went back on the rewind. Oh yeah, they showed some books for a contest, and I loved it. They were showing me some of that Alex Ross, some of that Justice Society of America classic Power Girl cover. Of course, they showed this cover that looked like their own YouTube avatar picture, which was really cool too. So definitely check them out. And I'm actually going to talk a little bit about Comicaholics channel here in a little bit. So stay with me on this, okay? Stay with me, because we're going to go back to Comicaholics, because they got some cool stuff on that channel, and I want to kind of like, you know, I'm shouting them out now, but I want to kind of show you some stuff and use them as an example of something pretty cool. You know, you'll see where I'm going with it. You know, sometimes I'm starting to ramble. Dang it. See what you did, Wayne and Jess, making me ramble. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars podcast. David in the house. And good Friday evening, everyone, to you, David. I hope you're not about to go live, because you got to watch this show, man. Or catch me on the rewind. Anytime, you know, you can't catch the Legend Show live, always catching on the rewind. It's a great listen to on the way to work. And I'll talk a little bit about some other stuff too. This isn't really going to be any haul. I'm not going to show anything or anything like that. So if you just want to just do some chores at home and just hang out, you know, listen to the Legend, you know, on the headphones. Oh, heck yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. Beyond the Blast Doors already getting me in suspense. He said, Comicaholics, guess what came in the mail today? So maybe David got him an A-OK or something. And we got my great friend Russ from Legends Live Auction. Y'all know him from Who Dat Comics and Movies, formerly Who Dat Comics and Gaming. We're trying to suck him back into more of the gaming, and that is my buddy Russ, and he has always got some movie news, and he drops some hints. He can't tell me too much because NDA, the disclosure agreements and all that kind of stuff, but he's actually seen some movies, and I'm not at will to tell you what these are. You have to get all your information from Who Dat Comics and Movies. And we steal him for Legends Live Auction on the first and third Saturday of the month. We got another guy that loves it live, and I'm talking Rebel Gaming, also Rebel Comics when he is doing the Niobe. He is a comic book creator, he's a writer, he's a letterer, he's a gamer. He's just one hell of a guy, and I'm talking L freaking P, Rebel Gaming. We got J. Rod Ham, and he says all the live auctions last weekend spent, and he spent enough for a small con, man. He was buying up a little bit of everything, man. Alfred83 says, what's up with the COD bros? Let me keep going here. We got Undisputed Frost in the house, host of All About Comics. He's been around the comic book community for a really long time, so it's good to see him. We got Gary Johnson. Gary, he says, hello, you sexy beast. Gary, you, my man, are sexy as well. It is so good to see you here, Gary, tonight on Legends Live. Oh, almost a Legends Live auction. You got me, man, J-Rod. A lot of auctions going on. The chat's really hopping. We do have 17 watching right now. This could, JLS Jesse from Comic Conversation on Thursday nights, along with Edwin Justin and Boston Chris. It's great to have Jesse here, one of the premier live shows. And I don't know if I put notes down for live shows. I don't think I did, but I will talk about live shows because there's a lot of great live shows, and I want everyone to check these bad boys out. Gary Johnson III, amen, brother. Good to see you here. We got Brandon from Aim High Comics. We'll talk a little bit about Brandon. Do I have Brandon on there? Yes, I do. I've got Brandon on my sheet of paper here. Uncanny Kyle Walker, the Prince from New Zealand. I had a little late night rendezvous. That sounds kind of funky, doesn't it? But hell, it's awesome. Me and Rebel and Kyle hung out together one night in a hangout. Actually, I think we did this thing live. Everyone was showing some Batman books off. Cajun Comics, man. What is up, Cajun Comics? It is great to see Cajun Comics here tonight. Razmataz, Semper Fi Marine guy. Not Semper Fi comic guy, but Raz is fighting for the country. Raz136, good to see you in the chat. Evan Gillone, another one of the Legends Live Auction sellers. He's been selling with me ever since the WLC days. It's great to have Evan. Some awesome freaking deals. Undisputed Frost giving some shout-outs to his boy Trilogy. Oh, yeah, because Trilogy's Comic Corner did a hot sauce challenge, and it messed him up. I don't know if he's going to be all right. And we have El Comic Box, and I watched El Comic Box a couple of nights ago where he was interviewing freaking Ernie Hudson, man. Loved it. Freaking awesome. Winston Zedmore and El Comic Box. I thought they were going to strap on the proton packs and go to work, baby. They was about to cross the streams, man. Damn. It was great. And, man, we got a lot of people here. We got Chris Lorenzo giving a big shout-out to the community as well. God bless each and every one of you for showing up tonight. We got 20 live viewers right now, man. This is freaking amazing. Yeah, JLS, check the hot sauce video out. It was amazing. Check out Rebel Comics' what is it, a reaction video, man? It was epic. So we're going to check the chat again real quick, but I'll let the chat scroll over here, over there, so y'all can see it, and so I could try to watch the chat as it goes along. And Legends, sorry if I missed some of y'all in the chat, but I want to talk a little bit tonight on Legends Truth about being successful on YouTube. Simplify Comic Guy. There's a guy that's successful on YouTube, man. He keeps it real. Oh, my God. Luther Manning. What is up, Luther Manning? A.K.A. I think his real name's Patrick. And he's got his beanie on, baby. I loved it. Luther Manning did an awesome Batman tag video. Originally started by Colton Atkins, and he tagged Reaper. Reaper tagged me. I tagged, yeah, Colton Atkins is here. I tagged, who did I tag? Oh, I tagged Luther, and then Luther tagged Reaper again. Also tagged Leonard Hutchins and JLS's Comic Conversations fifth Beatle himself, Downtown Adam Brown, comically freaking comically flawed. No, I've not been drinking rum tonight. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper 10, but thank you for asking. So it's great to see everyone here, man. Y'all are amazing, and I just want to like come out and say, I'm real sorry I haven't watched everyone's videos, but what I really love, and I don't love not being able to watch other people's videos in the comic book community, but I love to kind of like go into my subscription feed and watch someone that I haven't watched in a long time and kind of watch their videos and interact with them in the comments and things like that. And I'm gonna go over some stuff, like some positive stuff, some negative stuff, some things to always remember, where being successful on YouTube is really great. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of different things, but then it also has some negatives too that aren't too big, but they can really get out of control quick. Adam Brown, my flawed friend, Jesse, that is right, man. He's such a good guy. I love Adam Brown. Blame Larry for not being able to hang out with Adam Brown because Larry canceled that wrestling show we used to do, the Sidewalk Slam. But anyway, Jess, this will help with your marketing skills. Man, let me tell you, she's got the notebook ready. Jess, even an old timer like me, I had the steno pad down. Normally, I have, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, Fantastic Four replacements, which I haven't touched in a long time. I had to mark off 52 since, I got a graded Black Panther. And if you know the great legend, I always forget what grades I have. I've got 70-something graded books, and I don't know if the Black Panther's a 9.2 or an 8.0, or if the Black Bolt was a 9.4, or is the Silver Surfer the 9.4. I don't know. It's so hard to remember things. I got a lovely lady in the chat, Miss Hustle. It's great to see you, Miss Hustle. And if you want to build a big, successful YouTube channel, this is the place you want to watch. And I want to go ahead and do something real quick. I don't know if I'm ready to do this. I'm going to go into studio mode real quick so y'all can't see me screw up my live stream here. Let's go to monitor capture. Okay, monitor capture is looking good. So what we will do is we will go ahead and take it back to the chat, and then we'll go ahead and switch it over like this. I want to show you, I want to give you the definition. I looked up this definition on google.com for successful, the word successful. And it says here, okay, the first one is an adjective. Let me make my screen bigger so I can see. The first is an adjective. It says accomplishing an aim or purpose. Let me make sure everyone can see this. I hope that's big enough. Successful. Accomplishing an aim or purpose, okay? The next one down here says, having achieved popularity, profit, or distinction, okay? The second one, having achieved popularity, profit, or distinction. The first one, accomplishing an aim or purpose. So we will talk about both of these tonight on Legends Live Auction. Me, myself, the great legend, I've actually done both. I've done the when I first started doing YouTube, and maybe I shouldn't start with this, but let me just say I've done both. I've achieved the popularity. I've made some money here on YouTube. I don't know how much I've made, maybe a couple thousand. And I'm just, throwing everything out there because this is the Legends truth. But, yeah, I would well, I got to take that back. Let's take it up to about $5,000. And the first one, the more important one, the first one, okay, is when we first start doing YouTube. We all have aspirations of like, oh my God, I see these people on YouTube. They're making all this money. They're getting all these views. They're getting all these subscribers, and you know, they're partnered, and they've got people that want to sponsor them and all this cool stuff. And that is amazing stuff, man. That is like having achieved popularity and what is it again? Profit or distinction, you know. But the older I've got on YouTube, you know, the as far as the YouTube career that I've got going on here, when I look back, like, and, you know, I know it's like I feel like I'm some old basketball player or something. Like I feel like I'm Dirk, right? Dirk Nowitzki. I'm still hanging around, you know, but I truly feel that in the past year, yeah, I'm God honest truth. Since November 2016, I've kind of had a spiritual reawakening of all sorts of things, and I do feel like I've actually accomplished. I'm accomplishing an aim, and I've accomplished a purpose. And you know what's crazy about that is sometimes it takes, you know, the new school like people, and I'm not saying comic book collectors because we've all collected comics for a long time, but newer people to doing their own YouTube channels to kind of like pull myself back, you know, to get myself away from the keyboard, and then, you know, listen to people on my phone on the way to work. Listen to just new things. You know, you do it for so long, and you feel like I feel like I've done it all, known it all, blah 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 blah. You know, yay for me, blah. I've got a lot of subscribers, but I'm learning a lot of things, or most of the things, from people that are just starting out their YouTube careers, and a lot of them, I can say, they're already successful on YouTube, and some of them have, you know, 100, 200, 300, 400 subs, which that's pretty dang successful. And also, when you talk about being successful on YouTube, it's pretty much in the eyes of the beholder what you think is successful, or what your purpose in the YouTube, not only comic book community, but in YouTube as a whole. What is your purpose? Rag718, is good to see you here at SS Comic Reader. You're the champ, babe. You're the champ, man. You're the champ, brother. You're the champ that runs the camp. Gomez, comic book collector. The 9-8 crew. It's 9-2 crew, man. But yeah, even though they're called the 9-2 crew, man, they're all Jim Mint in my book, man. Good guys. But anyway, so I want to kind of tell you about some of this stuff. So first off, you know, welcome, chat. I'm glad y'all are here watching The Great Legend. This is going to be a great episode. And a lot of folks, you know, they've been, you know, great friends. Reaper Tate 728, Alex the Comic Hoarder. A lot of people, you know, wish me well. They can't be here tonight, but you know, that's okay, because they can listen to me on the rewind. And these Legends Truth videos, the greatest part about them, I don't show a lot of visual things in these videos. I mean, yeah, it's great. You want to look at my beautiful face and all, but no, you can listen to these like a podcast. You can listen to them in the car, over Bluetooth, whatever. So I got some great messages from those guys tonight, and I'm so glad I've got those guys in my life, Alex and Reaper Tate, and all of you in the chat room as well. And I don't know, you know, the weird thing about YouTube, it kind of takes some people a while. It took me a while, you know, to fully understand the importance of YouTube. Is not about the money or the subs or the viewers, but it's about those friendships, it's about those bonds that you make with like-minded people that are into the same stuff that you're into. And man, let me tell you, I want to go over my history first, but man, I mean, there's this guy on YouTube, and y'all all know him, and he is just doing an excellent job bringing people together and in YouTube, and it kind of reminds me of how us old timers used to do it in the old days, where we'll go through some of the different phases and through some of the different generations and things like that. I'm looking at my notes, Reaper. Paul, Midwest Comic Man for Blaster Stash It, if you're watching this, damn it, man, it may be an hour video. I mean, what can I say? I mean, it wouldn't be the Great Legend Show if it wasn't an hour or longer, you know what I'm saying? Of course, now I hear Rebel saying, that's what she said. God, what am I getting myself into? I feel like freaking Oliver Hardy and Stan Laurel's, shedding tears over here, All right, man. Crazy moolah for them subs. Yeah, some of these people that have millions of subscribers do get some crazy money. And if you're interested in making a little money to, maybe upgrade your equipment or buy new comic books or buy items for contests or whatever, I'll give you some of those tips as well, because I think, you grow. The more you experience different things throughout your YouTube career, the more you grow as not only like a YouTube personality or a YouTube content creator, but as an actual human being as well. And if you, like I said, if you just slow down time, and I'm not, you don't have to have cannabis for this, but that will help slow down time as well. But or if you have going into the Speed Force like Barry Allen. But the thing is, you can really slow down time, and you can use your if you're a born again Christian, if you have the Holy Spirit inside your heart, you could slow some stuff down, and you could see things around you. I know it's kind of hard to explain. I can't really explain this some of this stuff to you very well, because hell, I'm trying to learn it myself, man. It's amazing. Anyway, so I've welcomed y'all. We've checked the chat a couple times, and I'll keep checking the chat. Damn, Simplify, really, I'm broke. So Simplifying who dat, man? They talking about some big keys, Art Germ Phoenix covers, man. So y'all keep talking about the comics, man. It's talk about what you're passionate about, because that's a lot what's in this video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my history on YouTube. So the history for me all starts back at September 2009, and I was pretty big into Xbox 360. A lot of you may know the old Great Legend, man. The Great Legend. Shimp Howard was my old gamer tag. My current gamer tag, Street Rob Rider. But back in the day, man, Shimp Howard didn't play. He was putting people down. And, man, the commentary was great. So I was just having a lot of fun playing games, and we did very well in Gears of War 2. Me and my clan, we were called the HOF. We were called the Hall of Famers. First people to get our level 100s. Legits. Man, it was a lot of fun, but pissed a lot of people off. You find out real quick, being pretty hot in the gaming community, you're going to have some jealousy, man. More jealousy. You think, people in the comic book community get jealous because you sold some hot books. You ain't seen nothing yet, man. In that gaming community, it gets insane. Very insane. But regardless, if you have the mindset, if you have a strong mind and you don't let any of it get to you, don't take nothing seriously, because when you do this, you're putting your life out there. You're putting your voice. Some of you that show, some don't show the face, but you're putting your voice, you're putting your content. Another thing is, in some show our face on there. I remember back in 1879, we had this cool guy that I really admired named Gene Paul A. Speeder here in the comic book community. Now, GPAP didn't show his face for the longest time. I don't know why. He's a handsome man, beautiful flowing long locks of hair. Since then, he's got a haircut or whatnot, but real nice fella. But anyway, so don't ever be afraid. Just have some strength in you, and you'll be glad you did. Anyway, back to the gaming. So. And then in about, so I've always been kind of into the gaming, things of that nature. But around 2011, middle of 2011, I guess it would be, I don't know, 5 months, into 2011, I, started looking into my comic book collection again. I collected comics, started collecting comics in junior high back in 1991, or was it 92? It was the year... pretty much the summertime where Image came out with Youngblood, Spawn, Eric Larson, Cyberforce, Eric Larson on Savage Dragon, Dale Keown's Pit Supreme, Liefeld was there, Wildcats, Jim Lee. All of that goodness, man, where all these content creators themselves left Marvel and formed their own gig over at Image Comics. So I started collecting then, and I collected a lot of Marvel because I enjoyed Fantastic Four. And I got back into Fantastic Four. I remember my boy Todd Walker, Joseph Todd Walker. If you out there, the Legends owes it all to you on getting me into the comic book world, because I only had one comic book. I had an issue of Amazing Spider-Man. I always forget the number. Did I mention I forget things a lot? But it was a Todd McFarlane cover. It was a main event battle where it was Spider-Man taking on Rhino, Matt Gargan's Scorpion, and Backlash. Very cool book. It's got a lot of spine roll. Read it like crazy. I'm actually going to have Midwest Comp Man press it, and I want to get it graded because it was the first comic book I ever got. My grandmother bought it for me at old Brookshire's grocery store. Good memories. And then, but first time Joseph Todd Walker took me to the big boys, man, where the big boys play. We went down to Lone Star Comics, a.k.a. y'all know it now, is mycomicshop.com. Old buddy Saunders, his son Conan, he got a nice website going on. And I got my first issue of Fantastic Four, issue number 167, that had The Thing and Hulk team up against Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and Human Torch. Man, I thought that was so freaking cool. I've had about 3 or 4 copies of it ever since. Probably sold the old one off because I got a nicer copy. And from there, I did more video game stuff. My sons were in Skylanders and Disney Infinity, and I was making those videos. I was the first one in the YouTube comic, not YouTube comic book, but first one in all of YouTube to have or the first person to make the video, to have every single Skylander and all the accessories from the very first Skylanders game. Let me tell you, back when I was making Skylander videos, a little tip for success: make videos that little kids are interested in, because today's kids, you got parents, and I blame partly myself. We give my kiddos some iPad time, but they love to watch video game inspired videos, and a lot of these young people were watching the Great Legend show. I'd have my son on, J-Dub, aka used to be a Little Legend, but now he's Evil Huntsman. That's his gamer tag. Don't start looking him up. I don't need no freaking scary predators or anything. But yeah, I was getting a crap ton of views for showing these Skylanders. We would have Skylander contest. We would, I'd buy Skylanders and put them on eBay and make a good money off that. Making about $100 to $200 a month off Google AdSense. Literally, that's one of your first things on being, if you want to do it for money. It's all up to you. Legend, it was nice to have a little extra cash, but with that money being out there, I had to invest some more of that money into other Skylander games. And then, as the older the kids got, we kind of quit playing Skylanders and Disney Infinity. So when you stop talking about stuff that the kids are interested in, or games that people are no longer interested in, the ad revenue's not going to be as high. It's not going to be as hot, so it kind of drifted back down. Then, you'd have some more fun, you do stuff like that. And, another cool thing you could do is product reviews. If you're a girl out there, I know some of you have looked on YouTube to look at product reviews of different makeups. We got YouTubers out there that have millions of subscribers, thousands of views on makeup reviews, and they're making a pretty good killing. And then these women, or men, if you're a guy that likes to wear some makeup, y'all can go out and buy a lot of this makeup, and with the money that you make off Google AdSense. So, some of you out there in YouTube comic book community, you do have ads at the beginning of your video, and that sometimes some people could say that's like a turn off, you know what I mean? But in the end, you remember what I always say in one of the Past Legends Truth videos, it's not about those people. You are the content creator. You are the creator, the controller of your own destiny. So what you do, don't worry about what the people behind you are doing. One of my favorite lines is, and I did this in one of my Past Legends Truth videos, it's called Eyes on the Prize. You keep your eyes on the prize, man, okay? The winners keep their eyes on the prize, and the losers keep their eyes on the winners, because they're the ones behind you trying to pull you back, and trying to suck you back in to drama, jealousy, hate, thumbs down. this guy said this about this guy said this about that guy. You know, that's the kind of stuff you want to avoid, the negativity, the darkness, the hate. You know, that's what we got in our nation today, and it is all over the mass media and all over the news, you know, and it's like, all right, I got to take this off, man. We're going to start ranting. You know, I'm not taking my shirt all the way off like Trilogy did today. Even though I have lost 30 pounds, I need to work on that six-pack, though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there's just a lot of hate, a lot of negativity out there. So I want you all to avoid that. And, you know, one of the best things, one of the best videos Undisputed Frost has ever done, because let me tell you, Undisputed Frost, he's no rookie to negativity. But he's seen the light, man. And I think a lot of people have rubbed off on Frosty as Frosty has rubbed off on us. And Undisputed Frost, man, he's all about that positivity now. He's got one of the best live shows on Sunday evenings where he has a plethora of all kinds of cool guests. So God bless Frost. I mean, he's an excellent guy. He's a great friend to have. He'll always be in your corner, and he'll fight the damn good fight. He's a everyman. He's a man's man. And I stole that everyman line from Ernie Hudson. God bless you, Gomez. No, God bless El Comic Box. It was El Comic Box. Now, Gomez, I love you too. But you got to start interviewing some Ernie Hudson. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, let's check the chat real quick. All right. El Comic Box, brother, take care. Everyone's kind of hanging out. Rant time. That's it. But yeah, you know, it's very cool. What else we got? So we still got some good viewers. We still got 21 viewers. That's another thing. Always, you know, check out the chat. You know, engage your audience, and I will ask y'all some questions here in a little bit. You got that frost rub. And if you have questions for me, I'll do my best to check the chat. And if I don't check the chat after this video is over, please put it in the comment below. But one of the most important things a live show could do is check the chat. It's freaking awesome. And we'll talk a lot more about checking the chat as well. And as Simperfast says, Frost has seen the light. Dang, I need to put my son to sleep, Jess. Take notes for me. Popcom, man, you do that, because we're going to get to that here in a little while as well, because it's all about family first. And, you know, Great Legend will tell you some sad stuff that went through my life personally, that kind of messed up my marriage due to this whole successfulness on YouTube. And a lot of times me and Larry talk about this quite a bit, you can equate a lot of things that you see or that you do on YouTube to professional wrestlers, you know, like Ric Flair and things like that. But we'll get on to that here in a little bit. I want to tell you something else. You know, you do these unboxings. Let me check this out. I don't know if this wire is going to be long enough to catch this. I may have to unplug my wire a minute. Actually, it will actually reach. Okay, so let me grab this thing here and get my camera up here. So this right here is the Xbox One Project Scorpio edition. You know, I got this in the mail today. It shipped out on, I guess, what, Tuesday? And man, it's awesome. Now, stick that right there. Anyway, so a lot of times people, you know, that are interested in buying an Xbox or they want to know about it, they love, you know, unboxing videos. And I've done some pretty good unboxing videos in my career here on YouTube. I did a review for a Western Gate hard drive, a Passport hard drive by, well, not Western Gate, but Western Digital. And it's my most highest viewed video. It's over 200 and something thousand views. So not only was I making a lot of money through the Google AdSense, and I call it Google AdSense, but and I'll tell you a little something different in a minute. But so it's making a lot of money off that video. But I went above and beyond. I actually used to have my own part-time computer business years ago when I only had one kiddo, and after my 40-hour-a-week job, I'd go, on house calls and set up people's wireless networks or fix their computers or build their computers, all kind of stuff like that. And Western Digital I was partnered with Western Digital, so I got a lot of their products for free. I got products very cheap, and it was awesome. So I preferred using Western Digital. I got a Western Digital in my computer right here, black edition, I think it is. Yeah. So, USB hard drive. Xbox One will now let you use like a USB hard drive to plug in the back, and you can store games to it. 2 terabyte hard drive. Did a little review about it. Basically, it's self-explanatory. Plug it in, and you can start dragging your games to this hard drive, and you save a lot of space, and you can download and put a lot of games on the hard drive. Well, I'm also, from years ago, from doing blogging and things like that, I would have Amazon links on my blog, and whenever someone buys, say they click on the link and buys the product, for instance, I did a just a generic search link for all Western Digital passport or portable hard drives. Well, guess what happened? People were clicking on the link in the video description, and I was making about $100 a month on from Amazon, being an Amazon associate, which is free to do. You can do that. So if you want to try to get a little money, like say you review a book like the one not Davis Confines, but the one that Gomez, I won in the contest, Curse Words by Image, you can put a link to go buy Curse Words, and they'll give you a little kickback. And the kickback, for me, I chose, if you make over $100, they'll send you a check. But I just simply chose the kickback of an Amazon gift card code. So each month, I was getting $100 in Amazon money. So I was buying games, I was buying trades, I was buying hardcovers. I mean, life was good, right? So that's just some of my own personal history as far as money coming in. And let me tell you everybody, you can make money on YouTube. You got to work your butt off though. Leonard Hutchins, what is up? Spidey fan, what is going on, Spidey fan? And I've got to watch my 30 for 30 about Ric Flair. I do have it recorded. Joseph 3 Banks, it's good to see you, Joseph 3 Banks. Everyone, it is so great to see y'all here. So I'm going to kind of continue on with my history. Back in the middle of about 2011, when I first started getting back into comic books, and I started getting New 52, man, I got into that, and I started buying a lot of books, man. It was a lot of money, but I was making a lot of money from these video game videos, so, I was coming out pretty even. And then I started doing and talking about comics. Well, a guy in the comic book community took notice of the Great Legend Show. And mainly, I'll tell you a little bit more about that here in a minute. But, he really caught on to the, well, back then I had sunglasses and I wore the beanie. But he really got, caught on to the Great Legend persona, the passion and things of that nature. And he invited me to come on to a little podcast. This man's name was Captain Cummings. Really big in the comic book community back in the Generation 1, the old G1 days. And he invited me to get on this podcast, and we do this podcast. It was on Skype. He would record it from Skype and then upload it to YouTube with some pictures, and it was really cool. Not a lot of people were doing that kind of stuff at that time. We had Dark Avenger Chris, Dark Avengers 86, old Chris from Comic Frontline. We had Doc and Howlett. We had Howler Mouse. We had Hippies Collectibles. We had Oddfellows Thoughts. We had Costin Bromstar, myself, Captain Cummings. And on occasion, we even had this guy, y'all may know him, named Captain Strangelove, who was a lot of fun. Really great memories. And then after that, they had this simple thing Google came out with called Google Hangouts. So instead of pre-recording this podcast over Skype, we actually were the first ones in the comic book community, and one of the first in all of YouTube to actually do live Google Hangouts. And we did our comic book show. It was a comic book podcast on Google Hangouts, and Chris left off to do Dark Avenger Inc. But like I said, every now and then we were blessed to get our good friend Hans, aka Captain Strangelove. We had Gene Paul Ace Peter on there, Why Not Art, all these great people on that thing. And I call myself the Great Legend, and I'm real proud of everything I've done. But when you're sitting in a hangout with Howler Mouse, Hippies Collectibles, and Captain Strangelove, you know what? You actually, you take these big ass headphones off. You take this beanie off over your ears, because let me tell you something. When you think you know something, you're going to get schooled, and you're going to learn something from the people that have been there. You know what I'm saying? But what a great time. What a great time those times were. And sometimes the drama kind of comes in and breaks everything apart. But then after some things happen, we kind of kept the show going, kept it alive. But real life takes over, and that's what happens. People kind of go their separate ways and do their separate things. Some people in that group don't talk to each other anymore, and that's kind of sucky. But people do what they do. And then we went on, and Oddfellows Thoughts hosted Comic Book Roundtable, which is still a show that's on, and I actually got to host that show quite a few times. If you go back in time on the Great Legend Show, you could see some of those shows where it was always one of my faves, was always just being on there with Hippies Collectibles and Howler Mouse, and of course Captain Strangelove. Man, I love that guy. But it was a lot of freaking fun, just doing all that stuff. So after that, I kind of took a little break myself from all that kind of stuff, and I kind of had a falling out. I don't get along with everybody. I kind of had a falling out myself, and I went on to do the pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and say it, the very first solo live show in the comic book community. In 2013, lovely lady Comic Uno from Comic Frontline, y'all may have seen Hayden Claire collect things, collectibles. She did her Comic Uno. She did the annual Geeky Awards, and her first one was in 2012, but her second one was in 2013. And by the time I started doing my very own live show, about five nominees. I was one of them. All the other ones were group live shows. These were group live shows. I happened to win the second annual Geeky Awards for Best Comic Book Live Show. In 2014, on the third annual, I won it again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, all right, I'm doing all right for myself. I was having the views. It was great times, man. I was on top of the world. I was doing this, doing that. I was having a lot of fun. And, man, just kicking some ass. I was making some good money, some great, just freaking money, man. I was doing 1/4, one life on that arcade machine. I had the Great Chef Show. I had my own cooking show where every one of those cooking videos have about 2,000. Some of them even have 4,000 views on it. And they were, the Great Chef would, it was simple recipes for simple folks. I mean, I was all over the place on YouTube. I was doing, putting in the work, and just, it was a lot of fun. But you know what? Let me tell you something. A lot of that was really awesome. But in hindsight, what a lot of you people didn't see, a lot of the folks didn't see, I was having some trouble in my marriage, coming home Friday night, always doing the Great Legend Show on Friday nights, spending 300 but only paying 200, maybe about 150 since I was actually getting some money too. But you have all these things going on, but you know what, in the background, or behind the scenes, things y'all aren't seeing is what it's doing to the person behind the camera. What's it doing? You know, the guy puts on a happy face. I'm coming at you live. They got all the passion in the world. The comic books are awesome. I'm loving the art. I love reading the stories. I want to get that next issue of All-Star Western by Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray and artist Moritat. I want to find out what happens to Jonah Hex, man, you know. Epic, right? But you work 8 hours a day, you know, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. You come home on a Friday night and your first priority is, oh man, I got to get on my YouTube, do my stuff, see all my fans, see my shout outs. But you know what? In the other room over there, yeah, I hate breaking up. I hate like getting teary eyed. And hey, I don't want to cry on camera, but you know, Great Legend gets emotional because this is some real ass shit here. But in the other room, you got your family, you know, and they're not getting all the attention that they deserve, you know. So it's a real shitty thing, and you know, fucking A, you know, I'm gonna say Legend sometimes is one hard-headed guy, you know. Shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know that you do something for so long, and you know you feel good. You personally feel good. You feel like you're making a difference, and you're helping out. You know, people in the community. And you're doing stuff, right? You know you're doing stuff, but you know in the other room you got your family. Man, it sucks. Brings back, just brings back some bad memories, you know. I'm not checking the chat right now. I'm gonna turn the chat off real quick. I love y'all, but I want to turn that chat off. I ain't gonna look at it right now. But God bless y'all for sticking around, because you know, a lot of you have just started doing YouTube. Your YouTube careers, you know, they're just kind of starting. They're just taking off, you know. Oh. But this is important stuff, you know. This is stuff that the Holy Spirit tells me I got to tell y'all. You know, this is the big stuff. You know, you can have over 4,000 subscribers, and like I said, 4,000, you know, probably not real big to all these big 1 million people and 1 million subs and hundreds of thousands of views, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it does. It sometimes I say maybe the beanie's on a little too tight, and it kind of clouds the judgment and things like that of that nature. So, let me tell you this right now. Being successful in anything you do, you know, it will come at a price. And ETA Nick talks about this quite a bit. And one of those things, it's a 4-letter word, starts with a T, ends with the E, and it's time. It's time. It takes away time from things that you should put number one in your life. Okay? In family, your wife, you know, girlfriend, your loved ones, your parents, if you still live at home. And I didn't know I should have brought tissues in here. But, it takes away from the more important things in life. You know, it's more important than these awesome books, and it's more important than this. I didn't say I was going to show anything, but it's more important than your CGC collection or CBCS, PGX, your raw books. It's even more important than it's more important than this right here. And you know, I love this stuff. I mean, it's awesome, right? So what happens you you stop listening to this. You stop listening to the big man upstairs, big God upstairs. You forget about the awesome Alpha Omega kindness that he gave you. You know, you forget about all these things. And sometimes, the shit really has to hit the fan for you to open your eyes. Like, your wife may be wanting to leave you, because she doesn't feel like she's getting the attention that you're giving New Mutants 98. Shit, I don't know. I'm not a Deadpool fan, but, or your Wiz Comics #2, or your complete Fantastic Four collection. She doesn't think you're getting that attention, and then you're not getting the attention to the two kiddos in the other room that are wondering, when is Dad gonna come out and come hang out with us? Now I know what you're saying. I need to get Mass in there and go game with them or watch some TV. So it does come with a price, and so in the years 2015 and 2016, I only made about 20 videos, and I had to sacrifice my little YouTube career because I wanted to make sure I didn't lose my life career. And that beautiful woman and those two boys in there, God, Jesus Christ, that's my life career. And, when we talk about my kids and my wife, that's my life career. But, God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, that's my everlasting life career. For me, I know we may all have different religious beliefs. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and check the chat. So that's kind of the middle part of the video, and I didn't want to talk about some of that stuff, but God, honest truth, I know you want to be the best you can be in the YouTube comic book community. I know you see other YouTube channels that are just kicking butt, and man, they're getting thumbs ups, and they're getting views, and they're getting subs, and in your mind, you want to be that person. You want to be where that person is. But let me tell you something. No matter if, what was my line I was going to use? Dang it, I don't know if I brought... God, it's back there. I should have grabbed it real quick, okay? But I'll drop it on the down low, man. No matter if you have a Fantastic Four #1 or like myself, or an Amazing Fantasy 15 like my brother, love this man, Alex the Comic Hoarder, God bless him. He is. I'm going to talk a little bit about him in a minute. Reaper Tate, another great brother. This guy with his Riddler, and there's so many people that I really look up to. That guy that has pulling out these freaking Daredevil 1s and Walking Dead's, Russ, But yeah, it's just remember that there is more important things in comics. That is one of the main things I want to get across. And every other Friday night here on Legends Truth, you're going to get the important things in life. You're going to get things that you might think are just all BS or, oh, that's bull crap. But you know what? I could have 27 or, I always told people in the old days, before community was too big, I said, dude, you get 10 viewers, you get 10 live viewers, you got a damn good show going on. But, I kind of take that back, and I've talked to people since. I mean, if you've got one person watching and you can affect that one person's life, and you can have that one person watch your video, turn the computer off, and then that guy or that girl is going to go tell their loved ones about the video they just saw, and if they learn something, whether that be spiritual or one of the legends truth, I mean that's means more to me than, you know, anything else that I've ever accomplished, whether it be selling hundreds of freaking hard drives from Western Digital or making $200 a month off showing some Skylander toys. If it's just that one person, especially if that one person accepts Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior, man, you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on it. I was telling Brandon, aim high tonight. It's funny, you know. You look back in time and you look at like this shit. I was a stupid ass idiot when I could have been using all that time to really get a message out there. Waste of time. But at least a lot of you got entertained. That's what it's all about, man. That's the real deal. I was talking to Brandon about that tonight. Aim High Comics, man. You know, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I bring you the truth, it's because I love you and I care about you. It's just different, man. It's something different about me, man. Ever since that November 2016, man, it just kind of opened up my eyes. That's when the veil was lifted, and that's when I could see some hardcore crap that Satan's been doing in the world. It's rough, you know. Let me tell you, I'm going to bring back the chat. I'm going to look at it. I don't know if I'm going to read it. I don't want to get too emotional. Who dat? Get your daughter in bed. Get your ass off here, boy. I'm on. Me and you we'll go play some Call of Duty in the future. But yeah. One big thing about YouTube. We'll go ahead and go on to the next page, and we'll talk about some of the negative stuff that can happen in YouTube. I talked about this in my Legends Truth video about social media, or mind control through social media, how there is a fear of missing out in the world today. It's FOMO. It's the fear of missing out, whether that be on YouTube, Twitter. Alex talks about his new community he's got going over there called Snups, Snapchat. All of these things, you know, and what all these apps do to us. Look at that, Michael Turner. Y'all like them. I know y'all like Michael Turner, but the notifications come up saying this person posted this or that person posted this. I get a lot of them. I got a lot of them from Aim High and Who Dat and Trinity Comics about Shazam, the new movie Shazam, because I'm a huge Shazam fan. You know, I don't have the whole run or anything, but I love the characters. You know, I got my own little Shazam little shrine over there. And sometimes people in these communities will have that fear of missing out. So they will now bring their phones to the dinner table. They'll put them right by them. They'll have them in their pocket. You know, they may have them where they're not ringing, but they'll be on vibrate. They'll pull their phone out at the restaurant. They'll see if they missed anything. And that's what the new digital age is doing. You know, with all these advents and all these technologies, they want you to be more inclined, more interested in, you know, what's on a screen instead of the beautiful family you have sitting around that table. You might see that when you go to a restaurant, all four, the parents and the kids on their phones or on their technology. They're not talking about what they did during the day or, you know, how was school, man? Did you pass that test? Or, you know, and if, you know, the guy didn't, if the son didn't pass the test, you know, you pat him on the back and say, man, that's all right. You know, I went through some of these same things that you're going through, and you know, if we need it, you know, we'll get you some more tutoring for these math classes and algebra and all that kind of stuff. And by me doing this here, I know I'm using social media to tell you, but I want all of you to see that bigger picture. But at the same time, you keep listening to some of these things, and like I said before, you can be successful on YouTube. Now, with success, I want to tell you a little bit, and a lot of you experience this that are brand new to the comic book community. I want to give a lot of love to Tat's Comics. Tat was awesome hanging out with us, or hanging out on this awesome live trivia show that I'm going to be talking about. Joseph, you know what it's all about because we've talked about this. You've come to the shows. Unplugging is helpful at times because the matrix can trap you in if you let it. It really can. It can get you. Evan Jalone, he is one of my truth seekers. I love Evan so much. Good Christian brother. Always dropping some great knowledge for all on Facebook, and kind of he uses his social media to kind of like what I'm doing now. It's called Evan's Truth, though. So, there's jealousy. There's hate. You'll get thumbs down. You may get comments, bad comments. And a lot of times this jealousy comes, this hate comes, these thumbs down comes. All of this stuff happens because it is things that you have. And, if we're talking about the comic book community, say you show a hot book or something, a cool book that someone else doesn't have, whether it be a really like 1 in 300 or a 1 in 100 or even a 1 in 10, like an awesome variant book. Say Seeking Near Mint Comics, David from the 9-2 crew and also from Comic Cartel, if he shows a sweet variant book, there may be some jealous people. Some people that don't like variants, they may say something like, well, we don't really like variants, but we collect this or we collect runs. But, and Seeking Near Mint, that spawned an Undisputed Frost tag video called Support Your Comic Book Community. And just know that, it's kind of like the movement Black Lives Matter, or any kind of movement. All lives matter. Gay lives matter. The people that got sexually molested by all these Hollywood people, their lives matter. But, those variants that Seeking Near Mint collects, they matter to him. They make him happy. And you know what? They're pretty good investments. I mean, I don't know if he'll ever sell them, but if he ever needed the cash, he can turn around and make a pretty good buck off of them. On some of them. You never know. Some might just tank. Like a lot of my Fantastic Four variants, they're not worth a lot of money. So if you're looking for Fantastic Four, get some Fantastic Four books, Aim High Comics. We're going to get there. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk about that. Aim High Comics says when you get thumbs down, that just means you made it, Stephen Oates. It's so good to see you. Love you, brother. We got some good stuff for you tonight, man. Watch some of this on the rewind if it gets you. Graybeards do matter. I hope it kind of fills out better. Huey, Dave from Blast It or Stash It, he's got a great, it's all gray here and then brown here and really nice. I don't know if he adds a little bit of that just for men or whatever, but it looks really good. I love a good beard. But, so people are going to get jealous out there of the comics you have, the subscribers you have, the views you have, even the live views you have. People will get jealous of that. Okay. I should have brought some tissues in here. I hope I don't have any boogers in there. We're kind of winding it on down right now, and I'm so glad y'all are still with me. Just a great panel, man. I'm really glad y'all are here tonight. I'm sorry if I'm getting a little too emotional during this, but it's really hard work. The YouTube thing is because it's a thing where sometimes you can get torn between the things that are more important to you. All right, Splash, go bag and board, brother. You know, Paradise Gamer, amen. You know you're doing right sometimes if you get the haters. I want to talk a little bit about a guy in the comic book community. Well, I know I've given a shout out a minute ago, and I'm not going to do too many like shout outs that I have on this paper tonight. But I want to spotlight some people, and these are the people that, you know, I don't get to talk to them all the time, but they're really cool people, and some I'm just kind of getting to know. Jason Smith, I love you, Jason. You get your post office job, and you do some work, make some money, and, you know, get the ring. Priorities, eyes on the prize. Get the ring, put it on her finger, get the car, make things happen. Vlaster Stash It, there he is, sexiest beard. Well, one of the sexiest. I don't know, Undisputed Frost has a pretty good one. Old Kingdom Comics, his beard is really nice, man. It's really good, too. I love beards. I don't know. I guess I'm a beard freak or something. I don't know. But I want to talk to you about this guy that bust on the scene. But before I talk about him, I want to talk about back in the day. Me and Captain Cummings, we did a lot of this back when we were in Generation 1. And another guy that did probably even more so than me and Captain Cummings was Gene Paul Ace Peter. GPAP spotlighted a lot of the new YouTubers. He made some awesome videos that spotlighted a lot of the new YouTubers to get the word out about all the YouTubers in the comic book community when no one else really was doing that. But GPAP was kind of that guy, that center that kind of bridged the gap between all the different little factions of the YouTube comic book community. And, you know, from there, I remember me and Captain Cummings, we really started pumping up this one guy. We really loved his stuff. He's an awesome guy. And I'm talking Matt. Y'all know him as Count Von Strange. Just an awesome freaking guy. But anyway, we'll fast forward. I want to talk about a guy that I believe started watching Dave and Mike and Jeremy and Paul and myself when we were on Blast It or Stash It. And Blast It or Stash It on Friday nights. It's coming back to Friday nights. Actually, damn. Oh, man, I hope I didn't invade on y'all's parade. I didn't know if y'all were live tonight or not. But they also, you know, went out, especially Dave, went out, Trinity too, just everybody, just great guys over there. But they would bring in some new YouTubers and, you know, get to know them, and we would talk to them in the chat, all this cool stuff. And one of the guys that we met on there was Alex the Comic Hoarder. And man, it was freaking awesome. Man, I kind of skipped over my only doing 20 videos in 2015, 2016, but and a lot of new YouTubers came on the scene, and I want to, you know, I'm sorry to those YouTubers. Y'all know who you are, you know, around who came in that time. A lot of y'all were, I'm kind of skipping back, a lot of y'all were enticed by another YouTuber that kind of did things differently, you know, kind of like me, you know, caring about the views, caring about the money, caring about the subs, you know, getting too much into the drama, you know, doing all the wrong things. And a lot of these guys flocked over to him. But what was cool was, you know, after all of those guys saw the light, and after I got to meet some of them, we all became great friends. You know, Captain Cold Comics, Evan Jalone, Uncanny Kyle Waka, Splash Page Comics, Big Bear Comics, Whodat Comics and Movies, Razzmatazz 136, Boston Chris, Simplify Comic Guy. Oh my God, how can I forget the main man? Oh, Testify. And through Simplify, I got to meet Reaper Tate 728 and become great friends with Reaper Tate. So that was the little part I wanted to do before I started talking about this guy named, y'all may have heard of him. I think his name's Alex the Comic Hoarder. Timothy, the Canadian comic hunter. Timothy, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Timothy's got him a contest, and there's so many great contests going on. I'll talk some more about those here in a little bit. But Alex the Comic Hoarder, and I started watching him, man, and there's just, it was something the YouTube comic book community truly needed. You know, we got, you know, Blaster Stash It. We got Don, the Icon, comic book junkie. We had a lot of, oh God, we got the New York Warriors. We got Undisputed Frost and All About Comics with GPAP, Comic Fan, Four Way Flashers, Merc with a Mouth. We got all these, you know, shows. Marty and Ray from Comic Book Fanatics, TiVo from Lords of the Long Box, who also had Marky 316, one of the New York Warriors. We had the New York Warriors like the Mayor Jeff Johnson and Biggie's Comics, Manny NYC, Manny's better looking dude, Easy E Game Hunter. A lot of this new crowd started popping up in 2015 and 2016, and like I said, I'm so sorry if I don't catch all your names, but you know who you are. JLS Comics, Edwin, Strictly Comics, Justin, Comically Flawed, Boston Chris. So you had a couple of these guys like Boston Chris and Marky, and they would kind of go to different shows. We had LP, Rebel Comics, and a lot of people, live show ensemble, live shows became the big thing in the comic book community. And if you were on one of these live shows, either as a, you know, just a person that was always on the show, like one of the co-hosts, or if you got a guest appearance on one of these live shows, man, it was like you were on the top of the world. Blaster Stash It was lucky enough to get one of those people on there, and his name was Alex the Comic Hoarder, and Reaper Tate was on there as well. So we got to know these guys pretty darn well. And, you know, Alex the Comic Hoarder, along with Doom 143, Seeking Near Mint Comics, Freddy's 562, and Master Splinter, they started the 9-2 crew. And then from that live show, Seeking Near Mint Comics met Sunshine Collects Things and met up with Kingdom Comics. They started the Comic Cartel. I mean, so through a lot of these different YouTube live shows, you know, you can trace all of these live shows back to, you know, all of them really trickled down to that first time Captain Cummings, Costin Bromstar, Oddfellows Thoughts, Howler Mouse, Hans, GPAP, to that live show. Hippies Collectibles, myself, Doc and Hallett, Dark Avenger Chris with the Comic Frontline. All of these live shows you see today, you can do that 7 degrees of the Great Legend, and you can go all the way back to the Great Legend. I know it's kind of toot my own horn, but. And it's really cool. And for an older guy that's been around the YouTube comic book community, when you look at it, like I said, when you step back and look at how far the comic book community has come, you know, we do have a lot of new collectors, but we've gotten some of the OG collectors. I'm going to name ETA Nick, Luther Manning, of course, Captain Strangelove, Hippies Collectibles, Howler Mouse, Solid State 4 Ben, GPAP, all of these people, and the great thing about it, did I say Dr. Von Schillen and Dr. Silver Age? Can someone call a doctor? Kyle Waka, love Kyle. But you get to meet, Tats Comics, AG Surfer, Comic Quarter 14. I mean, all these names, you know, you look at this and you can see the whole comic book community. It's like a family tree, you know. Yeah, you know, you go back, Jason Smith, you can see some of the first videos of the legend, and then the more you skip, and it's hard because I keep these little hidden gems, you know. I don't just say big book here, Doctor Strange, Strange Tales 110, right here, signed by Stan Lee. And in the same lot, I got Strange Tales, I think it was 113, first or second appearance of Sandman, both signed by Stan Lee. You know, I don't do videos like that. I just call them the Great Legend Show, and I put a date on there. You know, sometimes I'll include videos like that in the Frightful Four. I had an excellent Frightful Four video. Reason Strange Tales 110 is in there because Human Torch is battling Paste Pot Pete and the Wizard. It's the first time Paste Pot Pete and the Wizard teamed up. I'm a huge Frightful Four fan. But you'll see hidden gems like that from my show. You may not know I have a Wiz Comics #2, the very first Captain Marvel. Not Carol Danvers or that other Kree or Kamala Khan, but, you know, the Wizard Shazam and Billy Batson. I've got that book from the Golden Age, something I thought I'd never, ever get in my YouTube or in my comic book collecting career. I never thought I would have every single issue of the Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? Like, all must be 700, then Ultimate Fantastic. You know, I never thought I was going to have all this stuff, but the thing is, if you believe in yourself, I mean, you can really do anything, you know. I learned that when I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart. I mean, you could do anything. I mean, it's just an amazing feeling, and it's a spiritual feeling. It's like a power. I can't, like I said, I can't describe to you the way I look at things now. You know, it's really, you know, you say looking at things in three-dimensionally or four-dimensionally. I look at things in the fifth dimension, you know, because not only on this plane of existence, but a spiritual plane as well, a heavenly plane. But Alex the Comic Order, talked to him off and on, but we've really become good friends in the YouTube comic book community, and it's hard not to become friends with this guy, Alex the Comic Order, because he's infectious. And he's a Christian brother. I love him like a brother. I love him like family because we are family. And, you know, I have this persona about me. You know, it's the Great Legend. I'm coming at you live. And, you know, sometimes I'll drop some sick beats and some sick rhymes. But this man, he is glowing with the Holy Spirit all the time, you know. And it's a sight to see. And I know a lot of you are subscribed to Alex the Comic Order. Alex the Comic Order is sitting at 1,250 subscribers. And he's watched a lot of videos. And he took the plunge to watch other people in the comic book community. And he, you know, got out there and he put his own content up. And I'm glad he did. You know, I don't know, man. It's just like something about Alex. You know, I don't want to like, you know, like be a stalker, or, you know, like I don't want to deliver that kind of message toward Alex the Comic Order. But, you know, people like Alex the Comic Order, people like Reaper Tate, Russ, LP, Kyle Waka, Evan Jalone, everyone in the Blaster Stash It crew, Simplify Comic Guy as well, Dave, Huey, so much patience. Huey, so much patience. I mean, he did a great job, you know, keeping me in check, you know, when sometimes I'd fly off the handle. Mike, Spider Grandpa, Paul, Midwest Comic Man, another guy, and Trinity Comics, God bless Trinity, Trilogy's Comic Corner. I mean, a lot of these guys that look up to me, you know, being the Great Legend, but little did they know I looked up to them. Yeah, I really do. You know, like how when I first started in this community, I looked up to the men that are, you know, really taught me stuff. Where, you know, as Hans, I always call him Triple H, Hans Hippie Howler, Mr. Gretzky, 9966, Brian Spaceboy 227, Jason Smith. A lot of these people that, you know, never did videos, but now they watch me. I mean, no matter, you know, I have over 4,000 subs. I don't know the right number, but isn't that the feeling everyone gets, when you have 100, hell, when you have 10 subs, that's 10 people watching you, 10 people you don't know that's watching you, that you have the power to change those lives. And if you really want to change those lives, sure, you can show some awesome books and some great variants and some big boy books and key issues and some Dr. Pepper 10, and I don't know, man. I really, I'm smiling like a freaking idiot right now, but it really means something to me. I mean, this community does mean something to me. And I don't know. I got to thank Dustin. I love you, Dustin, if you're watching in Tennessee. You might think this is cheesy as hell, but sometimes I think you don't know the real, making me do the video game videos, that really helps, and doing these video game videos. I mean, I've never been a shy person. I've been in theater. I've done plays. I've been asked to do more of that kind of stuff, but I kind of cut it off at the seam in my 20s because I didn't really want to do them. I didn't want that direction. I didn't want to be on stage. I didn't want to, do that kind of stuff. I didn't want to drop the beats. I didn't want to rhyme. At the time, I married pretty early. Started dating at 19. We got married by 22. Schooling and all that kind of stuff. Oh, get this. If you want to have some fun little legend trivia, if you ever want to do something, I was pretty damn close to training for professional wrestling school. A lot of y'all don't know that. I was going to be in a battle royal, and was I going to be the first to go out? No, I think I was the second, maybe. You underhook your arm. Both arms for me. Well, maybe not. I could probably underhook one arm on that top rope. Not the Macho Man top rope, but, and this Amazonian woman was going to come in there, think China, and just clothesline the crap out of me. And you underhook your arms, or both arms, under that rope. You hop up backwards, and when she pushes you with that arm, it's going to topple you and you'll backflip over them. I didn't do it because my dad and my aunt, they were very much against it. I was 19 at the time. They did not want any injuries, or they did not want that path for me. So I abided by their wishes, but it would have been fun. Let's see, do I have any new in the chat? 74 Screw Gun, it's great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Wayne, you look great, Wayne. You a handsome man. Beautiful, lovely Jess there. You've got a great body for that. Very fun, brutal, but respectful. That mat, it's tough. Yeah, but I do like watching wrestling. I watch it off and on. It's fun. I like it. It's like a soap opera, and I was really big into Days of Our Lives, but it would have been fun. I would have done it. They wanted $500 for the wrestling school, which actually wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a couple of weekends worth, and it was just a small promotion. It's not even here anymore. It was called Texas Championship Wrestling, and one of the college professors was actually one of the bookers of it and booked the matches, and he dressed up in a freaking toga. I don't remember his name. It was kind of a lame gimmick. I actually had Juventud Guerrera, Hoovy Juice. I had a Juventud Guerrera mask, and I was going to have the Mexican flag draped around and speak a little bit of the Tex-Mex Spanish I do know, But anyway, Alex the Comic Quarter. Alex, if you're watching, you're watching. You're watching on the rewind. I love you, brother, and I want to thank you for inspiring me. I want to thank you for the respect you've given me over the years, the shout-outs, all the things you've done for my Great Legend show. And what's really cool, over the past, I want to tell you, I really want to let you know this, what kind of person Alex is. Where would I go? Would I go to dashboard here, I guess? I've had 51 subs in the last 28 days. And I would probably have to say half of those probably come from Alex the Common Quarter. Now, sure, some people are going to find me, you know, and things like that, but Alex, that really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate you, not only as, you know, just someone on YouTube, not even someone in real life, but someone in my everlasting life that I'm going to get to hang out with when we both get to heaven together. It's special. It's real special times. It means a lot. It kind of brings tears to my eyes, which I got to quit freaking crying. Jeez Louise. But that, I mean, Alex, just knowing him, knowing my brother Reaper Tate, chatting with Simplify, chatting with Russ, the love I have for all of y'all, the love I have for those guys, it really means a lot. I mean, it really does. I mean, there's just nothing like some of the friendships that we make here in the YouTube comic book community. And I know I'm also speaking to my people that have watched the video games. I'm speaking to the ones that have watched my cooking videos and everyone that watches the truth videos. I know some of the truth things out there like Mandela effect, mind control, different things like that. You may not 100% agree with me, and that's okay. But, you know, the main message behind those is Satan's up to some bad stuff, you know. So, with Alex always kept talking about this channel, Comicholics. And all the time. And it was like, you know how I'm talking to you about Alex? Alex is talking about Comicholics in the same way. Wayne and Jess. And Wayne and Jess, I'm sorry, I've probably watched 5, 6, maybe 7 videos, and I don't comment. A lot of you know this. I don't comment on a lot of videos. I will thumb you up, but I can't comment because I'm driving on the way home from work. Because I'm gonna, you know, I'll tell you a little bit about that. Why I mainly listen in the car. And Comicholics, I've been watching Comicholics. Comicholics. Got to get my lingo down. Let me tell you, Wayne and Jess, they're perfect. I mean, well, I don't, you know, no one's perfect, but they're perfect for one another. It's kind of like I was talking about this last night, and I don't want to say they're matter and dark matter because dark matter's some bad stuff, but it's out there. But they're yin and yang, black and white. I mean, Lois and Clark, Abbott and Costello, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. If y'all don't know any of those people, you definitely got to look up vaudeville, classic comedy. I mean, I don't think they would be as successful as they are if they didn't have each other. I truly believe that. And, you know, so we're talking about people that I've seen that are successful now. Let me tell you something about Comicholics. I was watching their video tonight showing some of their favorite covers for a contest. But I'm not going to talk about that particular video. I clicked on one of their videos and I clicked on another video. And I'm scrolling down the list of Comicholics videos. And they have a lot of views. Hey, Huey, we definitely are. God willing, I will be there, brother. I'm going to be there. I want to get my picture with the Blaster Stash It crew. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Don the Icon. I talked about Don earlier. One of the icons. One of the guys that really, when Great Legend was off for those 2 years, dealing with some of my own problems, some of my own depression, Don the Icon picked up the slack, and with Don really helped a lot of people get away from that, and I don't want to talk bad about anybody, you know, but he showed him some stuff, you know, and we all know the Paulie Mylar thing. And Don was there to really become a great leader for the community. Don in the house, man. So Don, I'm so glad you're here. But yeah, Comicaholics, I watched this video, and they did this video where it was, what if fans can pick the cast? It's called fan casting. I never really heard of that, but I'm kind of old school. You know, I don't keep up with modern trends. Hell, for all I know, they made this stuff up themselves. But what they were talking about, you know, the rumors, and Russ had told me these rumors about a year ago about, Russ knows a lot about the movie industry, but how Disney was in talks to get Fantastic Four and X-Men and Fox. So they were talking about Fantastic Four. If you know the legend and you go to his youtube.com/r.e95, Fantastic Four Complete Collection, it's on there. I think I'm on issue 201, or do I need to do 151 to 200? I can't remember, but slowly but surely, I'm working my way. All the comic book boxes are getting sorted. And a great video. They talked about who they would like to see. James Franco's brother as, was it Human Torch? Zac Efron. For I think Wayne picked Zac Efron. Yeah, I think Wayne picked. Anyway, and they picked Vin Diesel for Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm being one of my favorite characters. I'm still undecided. I'm going to have to go Ben Grimm and my second favorite, Shazam, or a.k.a. Captain Marvel. But I looked at this video. This video was done 4 months ago. And they had 275 views on a video that was done 4 months ago. Recently, they announced their 300 subscriber contest. I don't know if that contest is over yet. And like I said, I don't enter a lot of contests, and that's nothing against them because I do love their channel. God, I love their passion. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, it's wild. I can't even describe it, but it's like, I don't know if y'all know Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, or Bud Abbott, Lou Costello, or even Desi and Lucy, but it's so, like, it's so real, it's so fluid that it's like the perfect, like, storm. You know what I mean? And when you get that, especially for a man and a woman, that's when you know God's blessed y'all by just putting you two people together. It's amazing. It's just, I mean, you just have to watch it. I mean, they're on tap all the time. Wayne will say something and then Jess comes in, or Jess will say something and then Wayne comes in. It's no talking over each other. It's just like freaking, like I said, no one's perfect, but damn, it's perfection. I mean, I've been doing this long enough. I've entertained long enough. I've entertained for a job. I've done that for 18 years at work, going on 19, playing guitar and singing to some kiddos and reading storybooks at the library. And I got some fans, not only on YouTube, but in real life as well. Just an excellent show. So, Comicaholics, I'm going to quit, shouting you out just for now. Maybe in a future video I'll give you some more love, but I'm going to move on. So what Comicaholics has done. Oh, by the way, 275 views on this Fantastic Four video. Currently they have 372 subscribers. 4 months ago they were in the 200 range, okay? So I'm saying, if you look at it right now, you say 275, they're currently at 372 subs. I know there's 3 of you out there watching this video right now. 3 of you that are watching in this chat. We have, what do we got? We have 30 watching right now. We've had a concurrent of 30 people watching. We have 28 watching right now. I know there's 3 of you out there that need to sub up Wayne and Jess at Comicaholics. Do it now. And So it'll make my math easier. So 275 views. Say if they did have 375 subs, right? That would be what? I would have to say. Okay. My math does suck, okay? But pretty much that's like 75% of their subscribers. Yeah, 75, 175, 275, 375. Well, I don't know. But anyway, that's got to be around 70-something% of their subscribers are watching that one video. Now, granted, you're going to get some people coming in that aren't subscribers, but holy moly, that is amazing. That is successful. Okay? Alex the Comic Order showed a sweet book, Amazing Fantasy 15, Avengers #1, 2 big boy books. I would actually have to say AF-15 is a big daddy book, okay? It's a Silver Age big daddy. You know, if you got Action Comics #1, it's a big granddaddy. Captain America Comics, my Wiz 2, that's a big granddaddy. Detective 27 is a big granddaddy. Batman 1, First Joker, and Catwoman, that's a big granddaddy book. But, you know, we call a lot of the books big boy books. Howler Mouse coined the phrase years ago, Holy Grail. A lot of us call them Holy Grails. Actually, I think they're all Holy Grails. But Alex the Comic Order, 1,250 subscribers. Last night, he had 60 live viewers inside a solo live show. Are you freaking kidding me? 60 live viewers in a solo live show. Let me tell you, he had this auction on Sunday, last Sunday, the night after Legends Live Auction. Legends Live Auction, I don't remember. Russ always remembers the numbers. I suck at numbers. That's why I had to, you know, get Brandon to give me the numbers of Alex's show. I can't remember my show. But I had over 50 live viewers watching my Legends Live Auction. Amazing. But now listen. I have 4,000 and something subs. 50 live viewers. Only 50 people out of that 4,000 was watching live. Now, granted, I got 400 and something views total. So that's 10% of the people that are subscribed to me. Not too many at all. Okay? So in some people's minds, some people that are number people, they would say only 10% of your viewers were watching it live. Actually, no, that's not the case because it was much less. But only 400 total views on that video when you had 4,000 subscribers. Only 10%. That's not successful. Okay? I am going to hold right there, though, because there's two meanings of success. Remember, there's two meanings of successful. Let's go to Sunday when Alex had Aim High and Wayne and Jess from Comicaholics. Alex had about a 2.5 hour show. I know he had about 80 the whole time watching concurrently, but the high view count on that show was 118 live viewers. Now, Alex did share this to Snups, where he started a community where there's 400 people there. Instagram and Facebook as well, on some of the Facebook pages. So he did share the heck out of it. He shared the mess out of it through social media. Plus the 1,250 just normal subs he has. He had 118 live viewers. Now, do you think the Great Legend was jealous of those live viewers? Let me tell you. Back in 2014, Yeah, Great Legend I think would be jealous. That the Great Legend from 2014 would be really jealous. Big shout out to King of the Golden State. Great guy. I'm still wanting King of the Golden State to go on. I think King of the Golden State needs to become a member of Lords of the Long Box because he has a lot of big books. And Beyond the Blast Door says the Snups group passed 1,000 people today. So Alex has really got it going on. Great show, Timothy the Canadian Comic Hunter says as well. 118 viewers though. And that video itself is up to, you're not gonna believe this. It's around 900 and something views, possibly close to 1,000. So that means out of the 1,250 people watching, the subs, 1,000 have watched the video. Okay, that is more than 80%. I want to say, and like I said, my math's not that great, but amazing. So we had about a 75% Comicaholics sub to view ratio, or view to sub, whatever you want to call it, and like an 80% for our Alex the Comic Order. So let me tell you that. What does all that mean? Well, that means Alex has 1,250 subs. He's successful. Comicaholics is sitting at 372 subs. And I hope this doesn't really I don't want this to I don't want Wayne or Jess, I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you. I'm really proud of you, both of you. Because there's things you're doing and you're doing it the right way. Amazing. So I'm really giving you some love. I'm giving you some shout outs here. But I want people to know, by the actions you do, Comicaholics, by the action Alex the Comic Order does, Blasted or Stashed, all of our live shows, New York Warriors, Lords of the Long Box, Marty, Ray when they come back, All About Comics, Undisputed Frost, all of these big group ensemble live shows. You are successful. And the thing about it is, Jason Smith, you may not have a lot of subscribers now, but you know what? The more you go live, people, if people really like you, it doesn't matter what you show. Alex doesn't have to show AF-15. Alex doesn't have to show Avengers 1. People don't have to show Seeking Near Mint Comics. You don't have to show Adam Hughes. Is it Milo Manera or Matina? Kingdom Comics. You don't have to show Matina or any of that. Reaper Tate, you don't have to show all of those big boy books you have. Hans, Captain Strangelove, Hippies Collectibles. Y'all don't have to show all that stuff because people love you for who you are. I want y'all to remember that's one of the most important things that I can get across on all of this kind of stuff, because it's like the definition says, that second adjective, having achieved popularity, profit, distinction from others. Well, let me tell you, the distinction you've already got. I've told you this numerous times. God did not use cookie cutters to make people. Even the identical twins, there's a little bit different about them. So that is one important thing to remember on being successful. Because it's all in the eye of the beholder. You don't even have to make a YouTube video. You can be successful by commenting on a video, by watching a video. Or you know what? You really want to be successful, go be with your family. Love your family. Thank God every day that you have a family. If you don't have a family, thank God every day for your family. I lost my brother John in 1996. And I didn't get to tell him that I loved him before he passed away. You are successful. You know, a fucking thumb or sorry for my fucking French there, but the great legend ain't ever shied away from some damn good cussing. All of this shit, all this digital bullshit, doesn't matter. You've got a voice, you got eyes, you got ears, you got nose, you got touch. With those 5 senses, you can change the life of a human being before I say peace out and God bless. You know what I'm saying? So, never think success derives from, money or power or, women or any of that. Or I shouldn't have said women. That was a fucking Harvey Weinstein. But, stuff like that. That doesn't matter. What matters is you. You matter. And being successful is in the eye of the beholder. It's all about, are you fortunate enough? Are you lucky enough? Are you effective in what you do? Are you infectious? Are you famous? Are you on top? Are you the cream of the crop? Even on the bottom level, you could cheer up somebody, through your videos or whatnot. I love Popcom. Popcom, man, he really touched me because Popcom brought me back to my childhood. He even had the Danny Elfman Batman theme playing when he was showing off his Batman animated series Funko Pops. And I gave him a little information about the Phantasm, that great movie, Master of the Phantasm. So I'm going to wind it on down. I want to give a shout out to all these people out there, and I want to give some shout outs to everyone that does YouTube live auctions. A lot of people come to me and ask me questions about live auctions or the fact that they want to be on Legends Live Auction. If you ever want to be on Legends Live Auction, just kind of let me know a little bit ahead of time. But what's really cool, and I have no qualm with this, I want people to be on my auction, but I want them to see how I do my auction, and I want those people to take what they learned from doing my auction. I want people to take what I teach them on how to do a great live show. Like, check the chat, know your audience, give them love, give them shout outs. You thank them as much as you can because it's Friday night when they need to be watching movies or snuggling or taking care of their kids. But they're here anyway watching the Legends Live Auction. You take all of these things that you learn from Legends Truth on every second and fourth Friday and put them to good use. I mean, I want to change your life. I want to be that shining light that freaking guy, Alex the Comic Hoarder, he's infectious. I want people to, find people like that in the community. Find those comic-holics. Find those Timothy the Canadian guys, those Don the Doctors. Find these people because they are infectious and people need to know about them. Big shout out last night. Let me tell you, not only does the comic book community have a lot of auctions, but by the way, another thing about auctions, New York Warriors. I had Biggie's Comics in Manning, NYC. They're going to start their own auction. A while back, I had Edwin from Strictly Comics. He has a very successful auction. ETA Nick, he's been on Legends Live Auction. Now he has a solo live auction. Comics and Stuff Jose, he's going to start doing live auctions. Merc with a Mouth, I want him to do live auctions. Trilogy's Comic Corner, he's been on the Legends Live Auction. He's got his very own Facebook auction on facebook.com/Trilogy's Comic Corner. Simplify's been on the live auctions before. He actually goes to local cons and sells books as a vendor. So that's the thing. I've learned so much stuff over the years from this book right here, the Bible. I've learned so many things. And I told Brandon tonight, I mean, I don't have to keep doing this kind of stuff. I don't have to keep doing Legends Live show. The main reason I do Legends Live auction, none of us make any money on it, but the key is we want you to get some great books. We want to fill your home with great books. We don't want you to pay a lot of money for books. We don't want you going to your LCSs buying big key issues and then getting ripped off, because that is money that you do not need to spend on an expensive comic. Your money's your priority or prerogative, but we want to give you something special where you don't have to spend a lot of money, okay? So, you know, things you learn through me, things you learn through the rest of the comic book community, whether it be from tag videos or just sharing your passion or showing love. Sharon is Karen, Joseph Banks. Sunshine Collects Things is in the chat. God bless you, Sunshine Collects Things. I know me and Sunshine, you know, we've kind of had some stuff, but you know what? I mean, listen. And you know, some people really might get mad at me saying this. I mean, I don't know if me and Sunshine Collect Things are going to be like Bert and Ernie and we're going to be feeding pigeons and trading bottle caps, okay? But let me tell you something about Sunshine Collects Things. I mean, he's got a lot of knowledge. He's got some great books, sick-ass variants. He's part of the comic cartel. And you know what? Something that I didn't do, and I'm going to try. I don't know, Sunshine, if I can do this, you know, because sometimes it's hard, man. It's just hard to do crap. But, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have never apologized to you, you know, and, you know, I'm not going to bring up the whole damn ordeal. But, Sunshine, I'm sorry, man. You know, I'm sorry. I mean, I should have just let the parties work things out. And you know what? God forgives us for all of our sins. And you know, I'm no damn saint. You know what I'm saying? I've sinned. Well, you know, fucking A, I cuss all the time. You know, I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. Okay. But that's really what it's all about. And Sunshine, if you didn't watch this whole video, man, brother, watch this video, you know, because it's really, life is too short. This life on this planet is very short. You know, I'm already 40 years old, and when I look back and when I see some of the things that I didn't do, some of the things that I've missed in life, I don't look back because I always want to look to the future and keep those eyes on the prize. But sometimes I do get kind of sad at some of the stupid decisions that I've made. Big love, big shout out to Rod, Dr. Silver Age. Great to see the doc in the house. You know, you've always just saying, you know. Yeah, I'm apologizing anyway, Sunshine, man. You got a great family. You've got your eyes on the prize, getting your youngster involved in collecting. God bless you for that, man. Get her into some cool comics. Miss Hustle, let me tell you about Miss Hustle. Miss Hustle likes some Roger Rabbit stuff, and that's freaking awesome. But, yeah, man, I mean, life's really just kind of too short, and I really think, you know, we can all, you know, just come together and be cool, like Undisputed Frost says when he started that thing. Let's see, what else do I have? I want to have another big shout out. Last night, aim high if you're still watching. I know you're probably playing Call of Duty because you told me you want to play Call of Duty. Vincenzo C, I love you, Vinny C. You're a truth seeker as well. Even Who Dat was truth seeking. But I kind of found out that time travel story about the guy coming here from 200 years. That was like kind of a made up kind of fake news story that Yahoo News took over. And Yahoo News isn't really the best news because, man, they got hacked. So, man, Sunshine, that stuff's over, bro. Speak all you want, man. Talk with these people in the chat. You drop some knowledge on these folks, man. It's all good, brother. Um, why are you saying LOL Call of Duty King of the Golden State? If you got an Xbox One, King, you better watch out, 'cause I'll get a way better score than you. Well, 2-15? Well, it's better as far as... Okay, so I'm comedy relief on the stupid video game. Whatever, I'm just in there having fun. Brandon, Aim High Comics. Aim high. Let me tell you something. Trivia night. Now, Blast It or Stash It used to have a trivia night a while back. He did a trivia night. But Dave, watch Brandon's video. No disrespect. I love Dave's trivia. But Brandon took his time with his very own Jeopardy show. It's not the first time I've seen it, because at my library we do Jeopardy with the teens sometime, and I saw you using that PowerPoint or Google Slides, or maybe it was OpenOffice.org. But anyway, it was awesome. And let me tell you, Alex the Comic Order and Comicaholics, two great contestants. They put out a great show. But let me tell you something. Me, Tats Comics, many more people were in the chat, but Howler Mouse stopped by. Dude, aim high. Aim high. Tim Howler Mouse stopped by. Brandon, you could have only had one viewer, and if Howler Mouse stops by, you won the damn lotto, son, okay? And I was answering all the questions. I was hot, man. I was answering all the questions in the chat. So Comicaholics and Alex, thanks for not looking in the chat. I have a lot of history. I know a lot of this stuff. But all the stuff I didn't know, I knew Tim. I knew Howler would know. It's like George, not, I almost said George Clinton. Isn't that P-Funk? But anyway, Howler Mouse. He knows it all, man. Brandon, do not put me on with Howler Mouse. Please. Put me on with Simplify. I think I could beat Simplify. Simplify, if you're watching still. I think I can. If you go, well, I don't know. Simplify is pretty good. But if you put a lot of Fantastic Four questions in, I think I got it made. And then I want to give a big shout out to some people. They're kind of like lost, but they're not forgotten. Actually, I'm just kidding. They're guys that have been around a long time. They're older gentlemen that I learn a lot in the comic book community. That's Gene Paul, Ace Peter, Doc Silver Age, ETA Nick, Luther Manning, Rod from Maine. Rod, why did I forget your name? Doc Silver. Yeah, Rod, that is you. I'm thinking Dr. Von Chilla. Reaper Tate 728, even though I think you're a little bit younger than me. Damn it. You've got some great knowledge. Howler Mouse, you know I love you. I don't talk to you as much as I need to or used to. But I know anytime I Facebook message you, you'll be there with me. Same with you, Hans. I love you so much, brother. Hans, Hippies Collectibles, and Captain Strangelaughs, God bless you too. Costin Bromstar, Scott, love you, man. I know I can always get some good information from you. Sleepy Reader 666. Did I say ETA Nick? I think I did. And there's so many more people that are older than me. Well, hell, there's even some damn younger people that know more than I do. And that's a good thing, because I don't know. You know, I watch Seeking Near Mint, and he's a huge Spider-Gwen. I don't know if he likes Gwenpool as much. He'll school me all day, every day on Kamala Khan. And I do like one of Kamala Khan's powers. She stretches, kind of. That reminds me a lot of Mr. Fantastic. I love you, Mr. Fantastic. If you're watching, please come out of the negative zone. Bring Sue. Bring Franklin and Valerie back. Quit screwing around. I need my Fantastic Four. What else? JLS. Learned about a lot about from JLS. Oh man, there's just so many people that I can't shout you all out, but that's the thing. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes in the comic book community. I haven't been the best father, I haven't been the best husband because the comic stuff has kind of taken over my life. Well, not so much per se anymore. I do love comics, and I've been reading many of them on my iPad off these little websites where you could read comic books for free. So I only get about $30 worth of like floppies now. I do love reading trades and hardcovers. Um, I have not. I want to finish Injustice, Ground Zero, Volume 2. Then I want to go back in time and read Carl Barks' Donald Duck. They're going to hopefully, Fantagraphics Books is going to have all 30 volumes of that. I want to get that. I think I've got another one coming up this fall. I got Don Rosa collection. I got my Chew 1 through 6. That has all of Chew because I've only read the first 10. I've got Chester Gould's Dick Tracy from 1931 almost up to the 1970s, which is, I don't even want to count them. I love to read comic books. Love to read comics. Evan, love you, Evan, man. You know I do. Love me some Evan. Dr. Silver Age. I'm behind on your videos, Doc. I gotta find out what the hell that you talking about with this go-go checks. Oh my God! I gotta give you all. Okay, a little bit more about Brandon. Brandon has a Jeopardy show. If you're interested, email aimhighcomics@gmail.com. I don't care like what part of the community you're in. I don't care what crew you're in. I don't care if you're a New York Warrior, a 9-2 crew, a JLS crew, a comic cartel. I don't care if you're a comic book roundtable over there with Oddfellow Thoughts, Blast It or Stash It, ETA Nick, Luther Man. Oh, Brandon, if you're watching, put ETA Nick and Luther Manning against each other. Epic. Brandon, I'm going to beat the hell out of you if you match me up with Howler Mouse or Hippie or... Actually, nope, don't. Match me up with Hans. Put me with Captain Strangelove. I'm going to give him a run for his money. Okay? I promise you I'm not going to answer Back to the Future for every answer. JT in Blackpool, come back to us. I want to hear the comic board on Tuesday mornings. Trilogy, Trinity. I mean, the list goes on and on. Wayne Jess, Miss Hustle. I could beat you at trivia any day, all day. I want to go ahead and get on to the very last part. We did lose some viewers, but that's okay. It's been a long video. Like I said, Gimpy 204, Why Not Art, Cammy, Reader 1717. I really want to try one of these days. I want to try it one of these days. There's still some bridges that need to be mended. Honestly, I'm honestly going to try to get some of these bridges mended, because there's still some people that don't like some people, and there's some people that no matter what the hell I do, it's just going to be hard as hell to do. But I'm going to put you, Alex, I'm going to put you up to the challenge. I'm going to do so as well. But what I really want to do, I want to get, no, I don't want to get anyone angry. But Tom, Hippies Collectibles, I miss you so much. I just want to hang out with you in an off air, or it could be a live chat. I have talked to Captain Strangelove. Oh, how much would I love to get Rod, Dr. Silver Age, hell, Dr. Von Schilla. I mean, I need to watch more of Dr. Von Schilla. I want to get Luther Manning, Reaper, ETA Nick. I really miss Sleepy Reader quite a bit too. But I want to get some of I don't like saying older guys because really, what is old? You know what I mean? It ain't nothing, you know. I'm living forever, you know. You may not see the great legend on this planet per se, but once I die, I'm going to tell you something. Once I die, maybe a couple of 100 years, whatever, but the legend will be back on this planet. I guarantee in 1,000 years. Well, maybe, no, it can't be 1,000, but I guarantee in 2,000 years, say if I died tonight, Jesus going to take me up first class, glass elevator with gold freaking trim. I will probably try to read Fantastic Four on the way up because I don't know if he's going to let me take any of my collection. But maybe if I had some special heavenly iPad, I'll read some Fantastic Four. But I will be back. Well, I'm definitely going to be back next weekend for Legends Live Auction. I may get some flack for some of the things I do or say in this video. But you know what? I mean, I really think it's time. Honest to God, as God is my witness, swear on the Holy Bible, King James Red Letter Edition. I mean, I'm not gonna like go spend the night at anybody's damn house. And although I have joked around with one Z Angelique that we ought to get, you know, have some kind of trip and we can get bunk beds or something. That was just an inside joke. Not many people know that joke except my buddy Hulk Smash Puny Comics, Curse of Man, and one Z Angelique. But that'd be freaking cool. Just do bunk beds, play board games, talk comics. And I'm starting to ramble, but I mean, I really do think it's time, because the hell is, I mean, the problem is, people, I don't want to burst anyone's bubbles or all that bullshit stuff or whatever, but the world, for me, it's personally, it's getting close, man. You know, it's getting close. And I don't want to have any regret of things that I've done here in this lifetime here, especially with people that I need to show love to, and people that, you know, just deserve kindness and deserve respect, and just they deserve better from me, and they deserve better from others. And somebody told me, I don't know if it was Russ or TiVo or who dat, or Russ and who dat are the same people. My back medicine is starting to take effect, but it's really not worth it. I mean, it really isn't. It's just paper. You know what I mean? And like, you know, for me to say one thing and do another thing and flip-flop, as my brother Kingdom says sometime, which I have flip-flop before. I used to like Marvel, but I like DC a little better now. So I have flip-flop Kingdom, I know. But I don't know, man. It's just kind of, you know, the books aren't, in Midwest, I think kind of doesn't like this, but the books, to me, I love to read the books, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love watching Dark Shadows because Barnabas is right over there. I love playing video games, so I got to get a bunch of shit out of the way here. But the books are not important to me as much as they used to be. Monetary value is not important to me as much as it used to be. Because, you know, look, I bought 3 Bitcoin like 3 years ago. Well, what? It was 2 years ago. 3 Bitcoin for about $120. Bitcoin, let me just take a look. I always have to look because I want to give you a current number, but it does fluctuate quite a bit. I use Bitstamp. Bitstamp is the biggest Bitcoin exchange, I want to say, or second biggest Bitcoin exchange over there in England. Good. It was 7,100 the other day for one coin. But Bitcoin, good, good. I want to show you. I don't know if you know about cryptocurrency. I do think this is going to be the end times currency. It's that number that has the 6783 on it. So I bought 3 Bitcoin for about 120 bucks. Now it's about 6,700, close to 6,800. 3 times 6,800, you do the math. My math sucks. 318. But anyways, I told Reaper, I was like, Reaper, I could sell this, and I can get showcase number 4 if I wanted to, the first Barry Allen. And the reason I would get that is it is historically the very first book in the Silver Age. And I love the TV show, and I love Barry Allen, New 52 Flash. I don't have a lot of Flash, but he is a cool character. But kids got to go to college, right? Kids got to go to college. Make sure I don't miss anyone in the chat. Alright, I think that's good. I hope some of these tips have helped you along your way. Let me look again. Got my notes like Reaper. I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about. This video is called Being Successful on YouTube, and I'm so glad a lot of you from the YouTube comic book community watched, because it's really geared more toward you. Because when you go to Google and you type in, oh shit, let's just take a look at it here. Hold on real quick, okay? Let me do this. Remember, they're successful. We're going to come back to that in a minute. First, let's go to YouTube. With the camera on my monitor, I kind of wiped my snot off my nose. How to be successful on YouTube. Let's zoom in a little bit. Is it Alt plus? No, that's not it. It must be Control plus. How to be successful on YouTube. Advice and tips. 102,000 views. How to start a successful YouTube channel. 386 views. 69 hacks on how to grow your YouTube channel. I didn't talk too much about hacks. You can do hacks, I guess. If there is ways you can like buy subscribers. I knew a guy that bought subscribers from years ago. He always wanted to be famous on YouTube. I liked the guy. I liked his personality. I liked his look. He did family vlogs. But one day, the dude had over 1,000 subs in one freaking day. And the day he had the 1,000 subs, he had like 27 views. And I'm like, what? Anyway, that's off Social Blade. Social Blade actually is a great, helpful website where you can see like how you're doing and like maybe ways you can improve your chart and stuff. So socialblade.com. But yeah, you can buy subscribers, but also hear this, YouTube, and my good friend did this one time. I'm not going to give his name because he'll probably deny it, but I know he freaking did it because it was bullshit. He bought some subscribers, and then like when YouTube did one of those purges, he lost them all. That's what he gets though, you know. So keep that in mind. There's little shortcuts, but YouTube does always have a chance to like screw the shortcut up and you'll lose the subs. And the problem is the subs they give you are like bots anyway. So I don't even think I really doubt it works. Another one was, what what was another way to grow the channel? It's a cheap way to do it. Okay, it's if I'm subscribed to a crap ton of videos, right? So I'll click on the video, I'll, whatever it is, Alex the Comicorder, I'll use him because he's been very successful. Holy Grails, and it shows a picture of AF-15 and the Avengers 1. If someone were to click on the video and just say, "That's a sweet haul, love the AF-15 and Avengers 1, submit," boom, go to the next video in the queue. It's Rebel Comics. Oh my God, that Niobe book is so sick. I read it yesterday. Thumb up, blah, blah, blah. Back, go to the next video. So it's people like that, they don't really watch the whole video, they just kind of comment on the video. What that does is it shows that you've commented on the video, and so all the other people that comment on the videos, they'll see you comment on the video, and they may click on you and go ahead and subscribe to you as well. It's not illegal to do that, but it's one of those things where, personally for myself, since I'm pretty happy with the subscribers I have, I don't want to do that because I don't get to know the person because I'm not watching or listening to the person. I'm just typing a generic comment and I'm going to the next one. So things like that. Semper Fi Comic Guy, one of the greatest act of kindness people. One way to grow your channel, and this is really a nice way to grow your channel, is to send out acts of kindness to people. Now, normally I don't send a lot of AOKs out because I'm not really looking for like subs like that, but I will send AOKs out just to send some stuff out. But I always let them know, don't do a video. You don't have to do a video. Just enjoy the item I give you. There's no need to make a video because I've sent you something. Jeremy, Trinity Comics, don't get mad. You know I love you. You're a Christian brother. You know, we're good. I sent Jeremy some books on occasion, but sometimes Jeremy don't make no video about it, and that's okay because the most important thing is he's doing church work. He's doing stuff with his mom. He don't need to be showing some stuff to try to honor me or give me any kudos because Jeremy knows I love him like a brother. He's my blasted brother. He don't have to do any of that stuff, okay? So never feel guilty about not showing something on an AOK, okay? You know, those people, you know, the people that send AOKs, they'll understand. You know, they're not going to get mad at you. You know what I mean? People, the people that really mean it, they're not worried about getting a response video saying, "Hey, I got this awesome act of kindness from Paul Midwest Comic Man." Wait a minute. You've never sent me anything anyway, Paul. Can't use you as an example. Anyways, you get the drift. So there are those kind of ways to do, what are these? Like, that ain't anything. No, I'm still here. I'm still here. Nope, wrong screen. But there are ways to do little secrets, you know, how to get started on YouTube. That's a PewDiePie video. He's pretty popular. Things like that. Growing a channel, what it takes to be successful, how to have a successful gaming channel, how to be successful, make some money, blah, blah, blah. Okay? How to start a YouTube channel with no money. You know, these are all over the place. How to start. Okay? For me, my title is Being Successful. Being successful, okay? It's not about how to. Because, like I told you before, you already are successful because you turned your computer on and you went to youtube.com. That's the first thing you got to do, you know. And at the definition again, is your personal definition of being successful having achieved popularity, profit, or distinction? Look at me. I've achieved popularity. Everyone knows the great legend on YouTube. Okay? Everyone knows the great legend. Let's open up a new tab. Let's go to Google. Google. The Great Legend Show. There you go. First link at the top. Take you to my channel page. Let's zoom out a little bit. That's my channel page, okay? I'm live right now. I'm doing good, you know. Right? Let's go back. Google. Great Legend Show. This time without the word the. First link, again. I'm not tooting my own horn. Just kind of letting you know. Let's go back. Google. Now let's just type in Great Legend. 2 words on Google. The Great Legend Show. Same thing. Now granted, I have been doing this a very long time. The Great Legend Show, this is a brand that I have built up ever since 2009. I'm good on the mic. I could freestyle rap. I got great gaming commentary. I love comic books. I love reading them. I love the artwork. I love the passion. I love graded books. I love to come up with new things. One of the things I came up with is one of my own. It's called Great Chef Show. I love to cook. You know, cooking videos, really great views, you know, almost above 2,000 on everything, but is a special thing that I created all by myself. It's called 1/4 1 Life, where how far can the great legend go on 1/4 1 life? Wrestling reviews, comic book collecting, you know, all this kind of stuff I've done. Let's see, September 2009. I've done all this over the past 8 years. Okay, so you know, success. It's not created in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. But if you keep your mind to it and you stay positive and you have that passion, you can do all things. You know, you may have heard this before. You can do all things through Christ that strengthen me. I think it's Philippians 4:13. Alex, strike me down with a little bit of Shazam's lightning if I get that wrong. But you really can do all things if you put your mind to it. If you put God first, you know, miracles will happen for you and your channel. You can go over to Alex the Comic Order, and he's proof of that. Okay? So, again, I hope I gave all you some shout-outs in the chat room. You know I love all you folks here, and you're all great people. Like I said, none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. But really, it's kind of to the point now where, I mean, it's weird. I really can't explain this to you. I won't explain it to you in this video because this video should be over right now. But there's a lot of special things happening. And, you know, it may sound like a cliche, but money isn't everything. Comic books isn't everything. Video games isn't everything. Computers, gaming. Swing line staplers. these kind of envelopes that'll let you send stuff to Canada, Larry. One of these days I'll get it to you. You know, like I said, your success in the YouTube comic book community is in the eye of the beholder. That means it's in your eyes. How far do you want to go to be successful? You know, there's the fast ways to do it. Some say, you know, that's not the right way. People don't like other people buying subs or all of that. But you know what? It's that person's money. Um, but be really wary on that one, because YouTube will screw you over. I mean, my best buddy, I ain't gonna give you his name, but he's gotten screwed over trying to build a gaming channel like that. But you know, hippies called it many years ago: collect what you like, love what you collect. But it's not just all about collecting. Do what you like, do what you love. Okay, it all goes full circle. I mean, everything relates to the other. The world is a circle. I don't really believe the flat earth style, but the world is a circle, and I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And what will your reason be? What will your reason be? Is it going to be the one where it was being successful like in my earlier YouTube career? Is it all about having that popularity, the profit, or the distinction? People know the distinction, coming at you live, peace out, God bless, the black beanie. Or is it all about accomplishing an aim or a purpose? And I really want to inspire each and every one of you to accomplish it for that first reason. But like I said, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but accomplish it for an aim, accomplish it for a purpose, and make that purpose be the fact that you can teach the comic book community. You know what? I've had a hell of a lot of fun here. If you would like, stay on for a couple more minutes. At the end of most of my live shows, I will freestyle for you. There's a little power I do have, and it's all about I can say things 30 seconds. Well, I can think things in my mind about 20 to 30 seconds before they come out of my mouth. While some people buffer, the great legend's always live. And you'll find out as long as you subscribe. And to do so, youtube.com/rdowdy95. This is the great legend saying peace out. God bless.